Good day, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with me, Cornish-Knight, as we are into the White Mart DLC, as we are exploring the surrounding habitat, looking for various bits and pieces. My guys are getting fairly pummeled right now. It's not great. Right. Exceptional sword, maybe we can enhance it. And we can do burning on it. We've got plenty of stuff for burning. And slay Kif, not so much. Wilder. Spirit, perhaps primordials. Not so worried about beasts. I can't remember what vessels are. I think those are constructs, aren't they? Let's go Wilder. Right, there we go.
Yeah. You better run.
Oh, here we go. Right, first off. Fireball. You hit that. You hit that. You hit that. Right. You kill that blight. You kill that blight. Right, what does he need to do? Stunning blow that. Use that ability. She's sickened, which isn't a huge problem. She's still up, is she? Okay. Ouch. That was unpleasant. His health is low.
What?
I'm getting him bandaged up. Won't help us a lot, but
Just
still,
say the word.
should help a bit. Enough for him to keep going. Got some of
Just
the
say the word.
resources. Good thing there isn't a time element to this. And what's that?
I'll see what I can find.
This simple shrine is covered in a thick layer of snow, fallen leaves and feathers. A pair of carved bones flank the altar. Examine the shrine closely. The shrine does not appear to be frequently very often, though traces of old candle wax line the edges of the stone. Under dusty frost, you notice a rectangular section of the altar surface that seems to be cleaner than the rest, as if something once rested upon it touched the altar. You feel a tingle run up your arm as soon as you set your fingers to the altar. In an instant after, the wind seems to die down. The sounds of the wilderness grow muted in your hearing. When you hear a sudden low growl, quickly joined by more, a vision strikes you like a sudden memory, fully unbound by time and place. Within the sea of darkness you see a great beast, formless save for its gleaming fangs. It growls and snaps at it with increasing desperation and savagery, and for a moment you feel its rage as your own, a possessive fury that tears at you. Something has been taken, your territory threatened, and the price for it will be paid in blood. The vision fades just as swirl as it came, and after the odor stands silent and still, the air fills again with the occasional trill of bird song. The hollowing of deerwood. A hunter's favour. Here we go. Hunt the wolf. There's a shrine of Gallowin within the Rustwood. It appears that the item which once adorned the shrine has been removed, an act which has incurred great wrath. Right. So that's why the wolf is on the prowl. Someone has stolen something. Right. That's not good. Woodcutter's Grove. I don't think we can go any further north. Right. Rightio. River stuff. More riverweed.
Just say the word.
There isn't anything hidden around here, is there?
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Right.
Just say the word.
Let's see. Crag, Org, Ogre. A group of elves stand in a scattering around an ogre, but you do not appear to be engaged in battle. The ogre is bound in rope. The ogre is bound in ropes. One of the elves tugs harshly on the end, tied around the ogre's neck. This is pointless beast. You cannot get anywhere. Sorry, this is pointless beast. You won't get anywhere being stubborn. Crag or ogre. The ogre only snorts angrily and pulls down on the rope. Two other elves prod him somewhat timidly with their pole axes. The ogre does not budge. Hey, Vamrel. One of the elves turns to look at you, motioning as the men occupy the ogre. The elves turn to look at you as his hands falling to their weapons. Varnell gives a final sharp yank of the rope before he turns away. Punts the nearest elf. What are you doing to that ogre? This creature will accompany us to Wastrand. We have some trouble on the road. Having an ogre along should put an end to it. I purchased him for some slave hunters not far from here, looking to regroup their expense, I expect. He grunts, not worth swords. He's worth quite so much coin. Punts the nearest elf. Let's do it. Mighty 8, you stride forward purposefully and knock the elf flat with a solid blow to the jaw. The other elves turn startled. As they heft their weapons, the bound ogre takes advantage of the commotion, howls backwards, tearing the rope free of the captive's hands. With a triumphant roar, the ogre pulls apart the bindings to his arms. Stop the ogre, but don't damage my property. Bring me that fool's head. Well, here we go. Pale elves. This is why you can never trust elves. Let's go.
Just say the word.
Right. Pale elf assassin. Kill him. Slaughter him. Do your thing. He's down. Right. Focus on the assassin. Come on. He's almost dead. Punch him in the face. You set that off.
Let's try that again.
Right. Quickly kill him.
You better run.
Come on, guys. Where's the monk? He's the monk, right? So yeah. Okay. Pale Elf. Bitter Cutter. Infestation. This saber belonged to the first mate of the Hangman's Bounty and a tourist pirate ship that roamed the Deadfire Archipelago 3 centuries ago. Legend has it that the crew seized a slave galley and after killing the masters decided to sell the slaves at the next port. One of the slaves, an elderly man with a scarred face and beady black eyes, came forward and demanded that he and his fellows be set free. The pirates laughed and refused him, but the old slave persisted. He warned them of a terrible plague and punishment awaiting them if yet still they refused. When he raised his voice in anger, the first mate drew a saber and ran him through. Putrid green bile poured from a wound running upward along the sword, while the sailors watched in horror. The corruption spread to from the dying slave's chest to the first mate's saber and arm, filling his veins with venom and her flesh with squirming maggots. The rest of the crew drove the ship around. The rest of the crew drove the ship around. The rest of the crew drove the ship aground, fled, leaving the slaves to free and the first mate to rot next to her tainted blade. Okay. We've got Pearl. Probably if we have spared, saved the ogre, he wouldn't have been so aggressive towards us.
Just say the word.
Right, what's in the bush? Tuft the grey wool hair has snagged on this branch. Okay.
Just say the word. Yeah.
Right. This carcass steams in the snowy chill. The kill is recent. Okay.
Just say the word.
So we're close, definitely close to the prey. Something to still be smoking, like for a body to still be giving off heat in this temperature, it has to be recent. Winter wolves. Let's go. Oh, that's a lot of them. Okay. Fireball it is. Right, followed up by a magical missile. Barbarian yell. Should probably use that ability. Oh, he's bad state. Okay. Can you get there and knock the priest down, please? Right, the feral druid is dead.
Just say the word.
Man, his health is low. Stag helm. Ooh, athletics and dex immune to stuck. Okay. Someone had the helmet, did they not? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah?
Grab the pelts. There's Deerhide. His health is really low.
I'm here.
Hey,
Don't think any of us
How may
have
I
anything that can bring him back up.
Just say the word.
I think the only way to get health back is to rest, unfortunately. Right, so where was this? We were supposed to be... find... Gift the Biff Bearer, search the waters of the Rustwood. I listened to a private conversation between Larda and her acolytes. Apparently, they were worried for the safety of their gift bearer Ixtel during his journey near Durgan's battery. The priest also spoke of something important to the that's hiding in Rustwood. Okay.
Just say the word. Don't see many on these roads, and the few we do are hunters, woodcutters, or smugglers.
She cocks an eyebrow at you and gives you a half smile. She holds herself with confident grace. A conspicuous holster slung over one hip. Beyond her is a wagon loaded of supplies. Manacles dangle from one end. Dilfer, is it? You're the slaver who's... Dilfer, is it? You're the slaver after Elif. Well, so much for subtle approach.
And here I was thinking we'd found the last pleasant company on the road. I'm after him, all right.
So Hans drops to her gun.
He's going to answer for his crimes in Raid Ceres. And one way or another, you're going to stay out of my way.
Wait, his crimes? What crimes?
Didn't tell you that part, did he? First off, he chose his indentureship. Had to make up for some bad luck at cards, I hear.
She waves her associates down, but hands remain on her guns.
More importantly, he murdered his master's son, 13-year-old boy. Killed him as he fled.
He lied to me, I'll gut him for that.
Easy now. He's no use to me dead.
She holds up a steady hand.
You want to help me bring him to justice? Run on back and tell him you dealt with us. When he ducks out of town, we'll be waiting.
The slave hunters Delpha nod eagerly, brandishing their weapons.
His master's paying well for his return, and I'll see that you're given a fair cut.
No, slave, Sarkin. He belongs in prison, not in a slave pen.
His master sees it differently.
She unholsters her pistol.
Shame we couldn't do business.
Okay, fine, you want to be like that? Let's go. Personally, I don't like slavers, but the other guy deserves it as well. So he's going to get what's coming to him.
Just say the word.
Ah, there's a lot of them. Didn't think there was going to be that many. No. There is a lot of them. Okay. So. First off. Hit him. He's still up. Impressive. Kill her. Target that one. Let's see. Let's go. Signing beacon. Ooh, she's not doing too well. Okay. Get that up. Kill him off. You go for the marksman. You go for him. Pillar of Holy Fire, that bloke. And then you guys go in for him. Slice him open. Come on, we can do this.
That's it.
Right, we turn to Alaf. We're gonna probably punish him as well because I don't like slavers, but at the same time, he basically killed a kid. So yeah, he isn't getting away with it. And he's like, he took servitude and then he wanted out and then he killed the kid. So yeah, he's done.
Just say the word.
Like I'm not messing about. Like he's literally done now.
Just say the word.
Right.
Laying low.
The horse can see us. Nothing we can do about the horse. Hate to leave the horse out here, to be honest, but
It looks safe.
as you walk towards the frozen pond, the figure appears through the mist. Kneeling down next to the hole in the ice, the figure picks up a large chest and throws it into the water without hesitation. The figure looks around. You glimpse a face you've seen before. Quixtel, one of Latha's acolytes, pulls a hood over his head and throws a leather bag over his shoulder. Without looking back, he walks away in the direction of the stalwart village. Retrieve Uxrun's medallion. Cloudy water is visible through the large hole cut through the thick ice. It's a larger beneficing hole, wider than the broad set Anamar. Stirred, the surface of the water lapses against the layered ice. You reach out to test the water. It nips at your fingers with every ripple, quickly numbing your hand after a few seconds. Inspect the area. You carefully inspect the surrounding animal tracks and plentiful but appears to be footprints of a kif. Looking close to the hole, you notice a jagged ring of frost appear to its walls. It's been rebroken, perhaps more than once. Look through the water at the bottom of the pond. The water swirls, salty and nearly opaque. You attempt to see through the murk. Dive to search the bottom of the pond. Who will dive in? You dive in. Have Alaf dive in. Have Ida dive in. So consider your options. Well, one of us has to dive to the bottom of the pond. I'm a fire thing, so that's not going to be good for me. Have Menhair dive in. I mean, well, he's from more temperate regions. Have Zuhur. Zuhur dives in and disappears into the tumbled darkness. The cold steals all the warmth, and every moment is a struggle. Yet, grace, with exceptional resilience and endurance, Zuhur manages to swim with ease to the bottom of the pond, constitution of 19. Directly below the pit hole, there's at the very bottom, Zuhur's hands find a heavy object made of wood and metal. The chests, they are chests, small but heavy. Zuhur starts to bring them to the surface one by one, struggling to carry their weight through the water. After a heroic effort, Zuhur comes out of the frozen pond. You let a few minutes pass to recover from the ordeal, and then you're ready to inspect your findings. The chests are marked with the symbol of Odra. You'll grab one of them and pry the lid open to reveal its contents. Inside, all you see are rocks. You shake the surprise off and grab another chest. The same result greets you after opening it: more rocks and nothing of value. Something is assuredly amiss. As proof of your findings, you take one of the empty chests with you. Right. What's this? Odra's Fergus. Odra Fergus, a hero from the Sanctuary, has arrived. That's something that's ongoing. Tax collection. Lost 467 to bandits. Zero collected 107. Earned 609. Not bad. Okay. So we have the chest. Right. collect some more of these reeds.
Yeah.
Righty-ho. Let's keep having a look about. Ah, rowan berries. Oh, sorry, rudinger berries. Right. That's not good. Bear. Greyjaw. That's not good. Okay. Get that up. Hit that with magic. Hit mark that. Try and knock it down. Try and stun it. It's not going to likely work, but we can try.
What?
Right. That's out. Right. Still up, is it? Okay, fine. Oh, that's not good. Still not going down. Finally.
Some rest would renew our souls.
Fine. Dagger. Collar of Resourcefulness. Weapon charge, chance recovery. Ah, that's interesting. Track accuracy, dexterity. A simple belt isn't much to look at, but it's been a favourite of savvy adventurers for years. It's snug but comfortable, fitted with myriad pouches, sheaths, and loops. Allow the wearer to quick access to the weapons and tools armourers and leather workers have tried over the years to replicate the collar of resourcefulness, but even to improve it. But the idea design remains a matter of controversy. All everyone can agree on is that none of the recently produced belts are as good as the original. Every few years, however, adventurer will sew up an inn, campfire hunting lodge claiming to wear the original collar of resourcefulness. Speculation will run rampant once again as supporters and detractors compare the most recent specimens to the various and contradictory accounts from the old adventurers' journals. So what's that? Weapon recovery. This notes. Day 4. Took down another stag today. Still not enough hide to make this trip worth it. Day 6. Blizzard coming. Staying put until it passes. Day 9, close call with a pair of ogres. Lucky he didn't see us. Day 11, tracking a large bear to Nirnrid, spotted from the ridge. Tracking a large bear at Nirnrid, spotted from the ridge, might even be Greyjaw. My grandfather told stories about him. Wouldn't that be something if we were the ones to kill him? Day 12, it's definitely Greyjaw. We're dangerously close to the ogre's cavern, but we've got Greyjaw trapped, and his hide is too valuable to pass up. 3 of us should be able to handle one bear. Okay. So this is Greyjaw, is it? Greyjaw's hide. The fur of this bear is exceptionally lustrous and thick. Though it's of no particular use to you, it should still fetch a high price wherever it is sold. Elder bear claws. Right, so what we're quickly going to do is we're going to camp. And get everybody rested up. You awake and hear someone stirring, growling. Looking over, you see Menaher twitching and muttering in her sleep. You can't make out what she is saying, but from her bearded teeth and seeing a sweat on her brow, it seems like it's a very bad dream. Shake her awake. She sits bolt upright, roaring and reaching for her weapons. Mike to 15. Decker. Calm down, you're safe. Step back. She swings her weapons in a broad sweeping strike, just missing you. The effect, however, seems to jolt her awake.
What have oh!
Her gaze darts around but slowly focuses on you. She grimaces and looks away, wiping her face.
Oh, sorry. I must have been dreaming.
She lies back down and turns away from you. About what?
No, it's nothing. Sorry, I shouldn't have bothered you.
She pulls a blanket over her shoulders. We're both awake now, might as well talk it out. She's quiet for a long time. It seems like she's already going back to sleep, but then she sighs.
You told me about your awakening.
Love stirs. Minher waits silently until Love rolls over and resumes his deep, steady breaths.
I guess I've had a similar problem. There's something I remember from a former life. Happened hundreds of years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday.
How did you remember it?
Happened while I was fighting in Old Valia 20 years ago. My unit was camped out in the palace we'd just taken. The others were roasting the last of the Marcheso's pigs in the feast hall. So, I went to the wine cellars to fetch a few bottles.
She works her fingers into a knot.
I don't know how long she'd been hiding there, but there was this old woman. Must have been one of the servants.
Her fingers curl into fists.
She had this wild look in her eyes. I approached her and tried to tell her not to be afraid, that she was safe.
Menaher holds out a hand, reliving the memory.
She screamed and grabbed my arm.
She closes her eyes.
It felt like someone had hit me in the back of my head. I blacked out for a few minutes, and when I came to, she was gone.
Go on.
I took a few bottles up with me, feasted with the rest of the troops. But when I went to bunk, I had a dream.
She shivers.
Only it was more vivid than any dream I've ever had. I tasted the sweat on my lips, felt the jungle air on my skin, heard the cries.
She stops and swallows, shaking her head. What about the old woman?
I asked the other troops. None of them had seen her. Anyway, I laid off the drink for several days, but I kept having the dream. After a few weeks, I thought a change of scenery might do me good. Since then, I've been a pirate in the Deadfire, a pilgrim in the White That Wends, an adventurer in the Living Lands, and a gift-bearer in a Shamadal.
What's next, then?
I told you I was looking for the Abbey of the Fallen Moon so I could leave something behind. There's a pool there, the Salt Well. It's where gift-bearers leave the heaviest burdens.
She pauses.
It's said that a person can enter it and leave their own memories behind.
And you'd leave this haunting memory to the Salt Well.
That's the plan.
What if you lose more than you intend?
At this point, I'd gladly give up all my memories if that's what it takes for peace in this life and the next.
Let's get some rest. We've got a lot to do. Actually, let's ask something else. How did you end up in Stalwart? The other gift bearers told me Stalwart was close to an abbey, so I suggested I ask for directions in town. You mean the other gift bearers don't know where the abbey is? Like I said, it's one of Audra's most ancient temples, and her fellows aren't really known for their record keeping. You're not exactly dressed for the weather. Well, Ixamel's felt flat as a platter, so when gift bearers told me Stalwart was very up in the mountains, I thought they were extravagating. She shrugs. Anyway, I hate packing. I see. That's all for now. Right, so we better end it here, folks. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, you can leave a comment in the comment section, and I shall see you all next time on the next episode of Gwen Ravenheart's Adventures with Space Pig. Goodbye.